Hello children, now we are going to learn a fourth chapter of our social studies, that is climate of India. So first of all, before going to the topic, how many of you know what is a climate and what is its features? And what are the different types of words you will be hearing about a climate? Like weather, climate, temperature, heat, cold, all these things we will be learning. Am I right? So now let us start with our topic, climate of India. Climate of India. So here we have these climatic features not only to India. Every country has every what you can say physical feature on a Earth surface has its own climatic conditions. So now what are the climatic conditions of India that we'll be learning in this particular chapter. So here before going to the lesson, if you see in your textbook that there are some newspaper reports, articles given about the what you can say the climatic conditions, temperatures. So have you heard about the newspaper or the news report about the climatic conditions? So listen here. In the newspaper, in your main edition, you can find towards the left, in this main edition towards the left of your newspaper, you can find at the top, or maybe here at the top, you can find the climatic conditions, as in like maybe the temperature or maybe some type of one or the other information, one or two lines about the climate you can be seen. Nowadays even on your Android mobiles also, if you keep your location on your mobile, you can find if the weather is that what you can say application weather is on enabled, then you can find the same climatic conditions, like what is the temperature in your area where you are residing, whether it is a cloudy or temperate or how it is, that features also we can find on this newspaper mobile screen also can be seen. The same way even in the news, I don't know whether you people have a habit of seeing a news, watching a news or not, but if you see or if you watch news news channels, okay, at one or the other particular timings of their news sessions, they'll be saying about the climatic conditions, weather conditions and all other news regarding these climatic features or the climatic conditions. So here I have a habit of watching news in ETV. Okay, every day at 9 o'clock, 9 to 9:30 we'll be having news in ETV channel. Okay, so at that particular news, the last few minutes, I don't know the time, but the last few minutes will be given information about the climatic conditions, weather conditions. Okay, that particular news is called as weather reports. Okay, so like that we have different types of what you can say areas and different types of ways where we can know the climatic conditions as well as weather conditions of any of a particular place. Now we will be learning about the climatic conditions of our country India. So now we have climate and weather. What is this climate and weather? Okay, so what is this climate and weather? First of all, let us know what are these. See, in general terms, okay, what is called as a weather and what is called as a climate, that will be learned. Okay, forget about your book definition or your bookish definition or a proper definition for that. Generally, climate. What is mean by a climate? Okay, a climate is that when we have similar weather conditions. Okay, so when we have similar weather conditions for a time period of 30 years in a particular place, that we call as climate. Okay, then what is mean by a weather? Okay, weather is that where we have changes from morning to evening. See, we say generally we cannot say morning if it is raining, afternoon it is suddenly very hot, again in the evening very cool, then we call it as a weather conditions, weather situation. Suddenly the weather changed change in the weather, but we will not say climatic change from morning to evening. So a change in a particular place in its weather or climatic changes, okay, for a short period, like morning, afternoon and evening. Okay, this we call as a weather. Okay, that means changes which occurs in the climate for a time period of near about 30 years, same type of climatic conditions, that we call as a climate, whereas a temporary changes in day-to-day activities or day-to-day climatic conditions or weather conditions or atmospheric conditions, that we call as a weather. Okay, so this is about what we call as a weather and climate. Then what are the factors that affect this? Factors affecting climatic conditions. Okay, so we have some of the elements, particularly like sunshine, okay, then temperature, okay, then atmospheric pressure, okay, and then winds, humidity, okay, clouds and precipitation. Okay, so all these are the factors or the elements which has their impact, which has their influence over the weather conditions or the climatic conditions of a particular place. These we call as the elements which influence the climatic conditions of a particular place or weather conditions of a particular place. Okay, like sunshine, temperature, atmospheric pressure, clouds, wind, humidity and precipitation. All these factors, as well as not only these, even the weather conditions fluctuate from time to time, day to day and place to place. Okay, so the weather will be fluctuating, that means it will be changing from place to place first of all, okay, time to time, okay, as well as, so here it will be fluctuating, the climatic and weather conditions will be fluctuating from place to place as well as time to time, and it varies from places and different in different places, it's completely uneven. So the weather and climatic conditions are uneven. Why we are calling them as uneven? Because they are not evenly spread or they are not evenly distributed. They are not same in all the places. That is different in different places. Say for example here, if you take the example of Delhi, okay, the climatic conditions of Delhi is completely different from Chennai. Okay, Chennai is in the south, whereas Delhi is in the north. Okay, so the climatic conditions and the weather conditions of these two areas are entirely different. Okay, again here we have some of the places like Hyderabad. Again, Hyderabad. Okay, so the climatic conditions of Hyderabad is again different from these two. Okay, so like from north and south, because Hyderabad lies not extremely north or not extremely towards the south. Generally, okay, we call it as a South India, but not that extreme when compared. Yes or no? So how Delhi is towards in the North India, the same way like Hyderabad is also towards the South India. It is in South India, but not in the extreme south, and Delhi also like the same way. So here the climatic condition varies from place to place and area to area. Why? What are the factors that influence this? Okay, so how to learn these particular climatic conditions and weather situations and all these things? How we'll be learning? For these also we'll be having a map. Okay, that maps are called as generally climographs or climatographs. Okay, climographs or climatographs. These are the graphs which you can see in page number 45 of your textbook. Okay, you can find these graphs in your page number 45 of your textbook. There you can find these. So they shows the wind pressure, okay, or the temperature, as well as the amount of the rainfall received that by particular area, what type of a climate it is, either it is a temperate one or tropical or the cool climate, polar what you can say climatic conditions, what it is, what type of climatic conditions it are, everything we will be learning through this with the help of these maps, which is called as climographs or the climatographs. Okay, so next we'll be learning about the factors which influence the climatic conditions. Okay, what are the factors influencing the climatic conditions? We have seen about the elements. Okay, the elements are these one, like sunshine, clouds, precipitation, atmospheric pressure, as well as humidity, all these things. Now we have some of the factors which influence the climatic conditions of a country. What are the factors that influence the climatic conditions of a country? So factors influencing climatic conditions or weather. Okay, so what are the factors? As I said, the climate of Chennai, okay, it is in the south, and the climate of Delhi, which is in the north. Okay, the climate of these two areas are completely different. Okay, they are different because it varies from place to place, because here India has different types of physical divisions. Okay, this is also called as a features also. Okay, because of the physical features and physical divisions, like what are they? Mountains, plateaus, plains, coastal areas, okay, as well as islands, desert. Then we have, apart from these, even we have valleys. Am I right? So like this, we have different types of even what you can say, hill stations. Okay, like this, we have different types of physical features, and all these physical features are having different types of like maybe geographical area, as well as vegetation, and many more factors will be comprised. Along with that, even here we have in the north, to the north of our country, we have something. What is the something we have towards the north of our country? That is Himalayas. It is bounded with Himalayas. Okay, and towards the south, okay, it's entirely a peninsula. Why we are calling it as peninsula? Okay, we are calling it as peninsula because water, covered with water. Okay, all the three sides. Okay, if you can see here, if this is India, almost, okay, this and this, all the three sides are completely covered with water. Am I right? So here down it is completely covered with water, and up it is completely covered with type of water. It's nothing but snow-capped Himalayan mountains, as I know. So because of these two things, the Himalayas as well as these water bodies, the peninsular features, because of these two, there are a lot of variations in the climatic conditions when compared to the north as well as in the south. Okay, so what are the features that affect, what are the features that factors that affect the climatic conditions of our country are? The first thing is latitudes. Okay, and the second thing is land water relationship, and the third one is relief features. Okay, what are these relief features again? Like mountains, plains, etc. Okay, and last but not the least, the fourth one is upper air circulation. Upper air circulations. These are the factors which influence, factors of climatic influence. Okay, these factors influence the climatic conditions of a place. Okay, along with these, even we have some of the other factors like land water relationship, we said, then latitudes, then relief features, as well as upper air circulations. Okay, so in this, along with these, all these things, even the time, okay, exposure to sunlight. Okay, exposure to sunlight is also the another factor which plays a role in the climatic features or climatic conditions of a particular place. Now first thing we'll be learning about this latitudes. What are the latitudes? Okay, the first thing what we'll be learning is latitudes. Okay, what are these latitudes? All of us know that India lies between 8 degrees and 37 degrees. Okay, north latitudes. Okay, on a earth surface the horizontal lines are called as the latitudes. Okay, so India lies between 8 degrees and 37 degrees north latitudes. Okay, so in these latitudes, when India lies between here, everyone knows that actually, okay, equator passes from the center of the earth surface, and India lies in a southern part. Which part does it lie? Southern part or northern part? Which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere? Equator passes from the down of our India, not from the up of our India. As also, it lies in the northern hemisphere, and again India is further divided into two parts. Okay, that is divided by the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, Tropic of Cancer divides India exactly into two. Here it will be okay, where here we have, so exactly divides India into two parts, what we call as a North India as well as South India. The top of the Tropic of Cancer is called as a North India, and the down one is called as a South India. Okay, this divides the two things into two parts. So according to the latitudes, the earth surface is divided into three major things. Okay, three. What are they? So the first one is tropical, temperate and polar. Okay, there are the three different climatic zones which have been divided based on the distance from the equator. So the areas which are closer to the equator, they are called as a tropical zones, whereas the one which is completely away from the equator, they are called as a polar zone, as well as the area between this polar and tropical is called as a temperate zones. Okay, so like this it has been divided into three parts, and even in India also we have the areas which comes under all these three categories. Okay, and they are based on the latitudes, that means their location. As I said, Chennai as well as Delhi and Chennai. Okay, Chennai is at the bottom as well as Delhi is at the top. Okay, like this their location are based on the passing of the latitudes. See, if you see the Delhi, generally Delhi lies on the above of the Tropic of Cancer, whereas Chennai lies below the Tropic of Cancer. Yes or no? So here we can understand what will be the differentiation and the latitude which passes, and the distance from the equator, and all which zone does it comes. Based on that also the climatic conditions of that particular area, the climatic features of that particular region will be affected. Next, what we have is land water relationships, that we'll be learning in our upcoming class. If you find any doubts or any misunderstanding, or if you don't understand anything, please ask in the doubt session. Thank you.